Hi everyone, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to start this video off by saying that this is the Let's Make Together with Carol and Tammy. They've been doing this Let's Make Together for a while. And I believe this month was like fall and Halloween. Next month is something to do with using up your scraps, like Scrap September or something like that. So I'll leave the links to Tammy and Carol's channels down below, so you can go check them out and check out their hashtag in case I have something that's not right in it. But I think it's Scraptember is what they're gonna do next month, or this month I should say, because today is the 2nd of September. So August was Halloween and fall. But you can continue to make Halloween and fall because it is that time of the year. But if you throw in some scraps that you're using, just label it Let's Make Together with Carol and Tammy. Okay? So I was sitting here coloring this image. I'm not going to finish it today. But I was coloring it and I decided to turn on the camera for a little bit. I'm going to do the hat, I think, and we'll see how far I can get with that. And then I am going to do, I went to the Reuse It shop yesterday, so I want to do a video sharing what I got at the Reuse It shop. I did stop at a Ollie's not too far the other day, and I got a couple things from that Ollie's. And then I picked up some stuff off of Whatnot from Kristen Swan's, Swain. I think it's Swain. I don't think it's Swan. Kristen Swain's show she had. So I'll share that as well. And then I have to get these lots together for my destashes today. Okay, so there will be destash videos coming as soon as possible. All right, so let me get started. I decided to pull out, well, the leaves are made with these two, Y18 and Y15, the yellows I used. R24 and R37 in Copics are the reds I used. The greens I used were G82 and G45. And then I used YR18 and YR15 for some of the leaves as well. Okay, so those were some of the colors I used for the fall leaves and the pumpkins. I'm going to do her hat, her sweater, and her shoes in these browns, but I'm not going to do them all right now. I'm going to use E31, E34, E37. Okay, so let me get started with that first. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start my darks. So it depends on how I feel, what I want to start with. And right now I think I'm going to just start with my darkest, okay? Hopefully I can be in screen and hopefully you guys can see some of this. I don't really have a good setup for doing stuff like this on video, but I figure I would try for you guys. I did have somebody ask me if I ever do color videos. And I mean, I have. I'm just not very comfortable doing them. I'm not a professional. I'm far from it. Everything I learned, I taught myself by watching coloring videos. And I use Pinterest a lot. For the color combos. They have color combo charts that will tell you what Copics blend good together. So I do go over there and I use their combos every so often. It helps you out by knowing what colors will blend good together. So if you need knowledge of that, check out Pinterest. You could even subscribe to me if you want over there in Pinterest, because I have a whole folder of color combos with Copics. Okay, so if you want, my name is the same over there, Tina Kappa, CAPPA. Okay. So if you want to go check that out. If you can't find me, just look up color chart. Just look up coloring charts or something like that. And you will see the color charts will come up. And it will show you like an image, and the hair is colored in the image, right? And then it will tell you in the description, hair was used, the whatever number coloring markers they were. It'll tell you what numbers they used to get that combo on the hair, okay? So if you do that, it will help you. It really will. Because it does help me a lot. Now these markers are a little far from each other. You can see the harsh lines. I'll just use my blender pen to go over the harsh lines. And usually it will blend pretty good. I kind of wanted her hat a little darker than this. I don't know if these are the colors I'm going to stick with. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like after I blend it. So I hope you guys had a nice weekend. We did. Although my husband has been sick. He wanted to get out of the house yesterday, and he was still off. He went back to work today. He just left a little bit ago, and I'm hoping he makes it through the day. Because he was still in a little bit of pain yesterday. So, what has actually been going on with my husband is he started having back pain, and he's had a back surgery before, and he thought that he had pulled a muscle the first night. So I rubbed some stuff on his back, muscle Bengay stuff for his back. And then the following day, he came home from work and he asked me if I had poured anything in the toilet downstairs. And I'm like, no, what do you mean? And he said, did you like pour a cup of coffee or something like that in the toilet? I'm like, no, I didn't. I wasn't even downstairs. And he says, well, then something's going on with my my urine. Now, if this is too detailed, you guys are too much for you, I'm sorry. But he was like, I think there's blood in my urine. So I was like, oh no. I was like, well, we're gonna have to go to the doctor. So he hates doctors, by the way. And I told him, well, that's tough luck, buddy. Get in the car, we're going. So I took him to urgent care, and they sent him for an ultrasound. And when he got the ultrasound results, they had told him that they couldn't see everything, but they thought they'd seen something. So they wanted to go do a CAT scan. In the meantime, he's been in a lot of pain in his back and up underneath his ribs in the front. So, I think that looks nice, that color. I want it a little darker, but I can keep going over it and it will get a little bit darker. So anyway, he went for the CAT scan and it was down at the hospital, and he said it was packed with people. And I didn't go because the last thing I want to do is pick up somebody's germs and be sick, because I sat in the waiting room of the hospital for him. So he told me, just go ahead and stay home. So he went down and he got his test done. And then we had to wait. And then they called with the results, and they said they had seen a spot on his lungs. But also both of his kidneys had stones in them. So that is what's given him all the pain that he's been in, is the kidney stones. And the doctor said, well, you can wait for them to pass. He said, drink citrus type stuff like lemonade, orange juice, stuff like that, because usually that would help dissolve or break them up. So that's what he's been doing. But I was very worried because they said they found a spot on his lungs. So I like that. That's pretty. So like I said, I was really worried, and by the time they called back and said that the results, they couldn't go over the results on the phone. Now they really have me scared. Now, why do they do stuff like that? Why do they say that? You know, oh, we can't go over the results on the phone. You got to come in. You got to go see your primary doctor. So we had to call there, tell them what was going on, and make an appointment. And then he went to go do that. Talk to the doctor and see what the doctor says. And so anyway, the doctor said not to worry about the spot on his lungs, that it was very, very, very small, which to me doesn't make sense, because if it was cancer, why would we wait? You know what I mean? If you could get it taken care of now before it got too bad, you know what I mean? But the doctor says there's really nothing to worry about. It's so tiny that he doesn't think it's anything. And yeah, we could get a second opinion. But he said to have it checked next year, to go in and get a CT scan next year and see if it has changed any. Like if it grew, or, you know, if it's a different shape than it was this year. Just generally just check it. So I guess that's what my husband's going to do. It doesn't make me happy that he's going to wait, because, I mean, I've always heard that, you know, if you have cancer and you catch it early, 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to live, you know, longer. So it worries me, but so the doctor told him, so that's what he's going to do, is wait. So that's what's been going on. And then the other day he felt pretty good. He said, I feel pretty good. I don't know if I passed the stones or what, but I feel okay. Do you want to go out for a little bit? So we did. We went out. And while we were out, he started to feel bad again. So I told him, well, let's go home. He's like, I feel bad. You want to shop? I said, hey, I'd rather go home and you get comfortable than to sit out here and shop for things that I really don't need. Oh my gosh. So anyway, we went home, and he got comfortable and he started to feel better. And then yesterday he was down in the garage working on a bike, and I said, hey, I'm going to go out. Do you want to come? He's like, no, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to the Reuse It shop, and I might stop at a Ollie's. And he's like, no, you go. I'm going to hang out here and do what I'm doing here or whatever. I said, okay. So I went, and I found some goodies. And I actually bought some goodies for giveaways and my friends, as well as that's so cute. I think it came out really cute. I just got to do her boots. So I bought some things that I have already, but I saw them and I was like, oh, this would make a great gift for a Happy Meal, or just de-stash, you know what I mean, for someone, but most likely it'll be Happy Meal. So I picked up a few things that I saw for myself as well, and then I got some glitter for my daughter. she's gonna venture out and try to make some extra money. And what she's gonna do is she's gonna join the ladies that are on TikTok selling cups. There's this one lady on there. She's like the biggest seller. She's sold over like 2,000 or 20,000 cups or something ridiculous in the last few years. And so she's queen of the cups there on TikTok. I don't remember what her name was, but my daughter wants to get into doing that, making cups. They put acrylic in them, and they put glitter and paint, and then there's these cup sleeves that go on the outside. Sorry, I had to get a drink. They have these sleeves that go on the outside. They called cup wraps or something, and they're decorated, things like that. So she's going to do that. And before she starts to build up her chunky glitter, I thought, well, I said, if I find some chunky glitter at the craft store, I'll pick some up. She was like, okay. But she needs chunky glitter, not the thin stuff for the cups. So I don't know if I told you what color I just used on her the browns, but I'll tell you what they are. I think I might have. E31, E34, E37. Those were the 3 I used for her clothing and her shoes. Now for her skin, I'm using E00, E01, and E11. Okay, the 11 is for up in here where the shadow is, the dark part. And I'm just going to move it down around here. And I'm going to do a little bit underneath her chin. And up over here, this ear, and along the hairline. That's where I like to do my dark. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll do the E01 just underneath that. And just blend it just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of this on her hand here. And over here on this hand. And a little bit over her knees. Hopefully I'm still in frame. I'm sorry if I was out a little bit. That's why I don't usually do videos like this. But I figured, what the heck. I'll do it. Okay. So before I put my 00 on, I want to do her cheeks. And a lot of people use the R20 for her cheeks. Because it's fall, I may do her cheeks in R02 instead. Okay. So I go right underneath her eye. And you could go up the side a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my 00, that's the lightest, right along the line that you finished with the other one, around the dark one, and I'm going to go over the cheeks as well. Finish up her hands, her knees. They're so small that it don't really matter. Okay. And just keep blending it until you're happy with it. 9 times out of 10, I go back because, you know, I want to add a little bit more color and depth into it. So I notice a lot of times if you go over it a couple times, you get what you're looking for. And sometimes once is just not enough. the middle one was the 01. Bring that back in and bring this down. I'm going to go with the cheeks again. If you guys didn't know, this is a Greeting Farm image stamp. It is called Pumpkin Spice Anya. I think I got this last year. So I actually think I made a card last year with this stamp as well. Okay, let's go back in with my lightest here. Make a quick swipe over the cheeks. Not too much because I don't want the darkness to go away. Okay, and now I'm going to put a little bit of the cheek right here in the middle of her face here. And that's going to give me like a nose shape. Okay. I'm going to go over it again with the light. So it's just going to faintly be there. I don't want it to be too much. Where's my 11? I'm going to go over it with the 11 too. I don't want it to be too dark, but I want it to be seem like, you know, like she actually has a nose. I don't know why they don't put a nose on these images, but they don't. Okay. I think she's good. She might need a little more darkness in her knees. This hand a little bit. It's hard to do small areas, but I think that's good. Okay, and her hair, I think I'm going to wait to do her hair because I want to get going on making these other videos. I'm going to put a couple white dots in her cheeks. I usually do 3. I'm going to put a little white dot in her eye to make her eye look better, like stick, you know, more announced. And I think she looks really good. Cute, right? What do you guys think? I think she's coming out really cute. So, I think I'm done with the colors, except for I'm going to pick some colors to do her hair. And I think I'm going to go in with some blonde hair. So I don't need any more of these markers. But again, if you were interested, E00, E01, E11 was for her face, her skin color. And then I used the R02 for the cheeks and the nose. Okay, so before I put these away, I wanted to tell you that. The brown for her hat and her sweater, I used E31, E34, E37. Okay, put those back. Sorry about the noise. Just putting these back in my thing here. I had the colorless blender out. I didn't use it too much. I used it on the leaves, but it didn't on the. And for the yellow, I used Y15 and 18. I used for the red, and this is for the leaves, R24 and 37. For the greens, I used G46 and G82. And for the orange leaves, we used, and the pumpkins, I used YR15 and YR16. And that was mostly for the pumpkins, okay? And now I put them away. Usually I don't tell you what Copiss I use because I color it and then I put them away and then I forget. But that's my image for now. And I'm going to come back. I'll do her hair on video. I don't know when I'll finish it. Maybe Thursday after I do my D-stashes and stuff. But I'll just set it over here for now on top of the stamp. And the die that I used to cut out this with the stitching. Can you see that stitching? I love this die. It's the Penny Black Zigzag, I think it's called. Yeah, Zigzag Stackers. Absolutely love this because it looks like stitching, like a sewing machine stitched it. It's very cute. So I'm going to set this aside over here, you guys. And I am going to come back. I took this one out too because I think I'm going to color her up. This is a Halloween. It's called Wicked Anya. And I pulled this one for Christmas. This one's called Holiday Anya 12. So, don't know when I'll get to them, but I pulled them out. I also pulled out my Lily of the Valley, the gingerbreads, and this is called gingerbreads. So I'm going to color those up too as well. But for now, I'm just going to stick all this stuff over here. I am going to come back with my haul video in just a few minutes. And then I'm going to get my destashes ready. And then I will have my destash videos up in a little bit, okay? Probably around maybe 5 or 6. Probably maybe 5 if I can get them loaded up fast. Probably the destashes will probably start around 5, 5:30, 6, in between there. Whenever I can get them, the destashes made and uploaded. But I want to do my haul video first. So I'll be back in just a few minutes with that, okay? Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.